We're back. Sorry, I had to actually restart, change sessions myself. But we're underway now for qualifying. That's a good point. Sorry, I'm still in the voice chat. I've left the voice chat now. Okay, and now I'll give you the sound of the cars as well. One of these days, I'll have a flawless stream and no one will even notice. But for now, here we go. 15-minute qualifying session ahead of us. Beauty, Feimster and Denoyer, the first three on track. And they'll be getting a nice... They won't be getting a lot of slipstream, particularly Beauty. But they will be getting nice clean air up front. Just going to breathe for a second because I'm just too busy. I'm in hysterics a bit here, just laughing. We've already had a little moment. I think that's for Smith, is it? No. Lipsy. Lipsy's had a spin at Lesmo 1. And he's got people going past him, flying past him. But all clear now. Beauty's going to be the first one to start a lap for this session, for this first qualifying session. We're expecting times in the 1:37s, maybe even the 36s as the grip improves. Right now, a 95% grip is going to be tough. Feimster's actually going to get ahead of Beauty. That's going to put Beauty mixed feelings about this one because dirty air, but also slipstream. The usual balance you need to find, but this looks to be maybe a little bit too close. Maybe a better camera would be nice. That's better. A bit more high up, so you can see more of what's going on. Beauty and Feimster, the first one's down into the chicane for the first time. We did try to put a little cut line to see if anyone goes across the runoff, but it didn't save, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. Thank you to all 21 of you for joining us so far. It's quite a lot of people. I'm surprised we had so many people so quickly. It's really nice. We appreciate your support. I'd love you to join us on Twitch, on Discord, on Instagram, on YouTube. That's it. That's all the streaming. That's all the socials that we have at the minute. We've got some exciting developments coming, hopefully. So please join us. Go, Dirty, go, indeed. Meanwhile, Jens has had to go back to the pits. He's had a spin. Here's Dirty. Let's run on board with him for you. Obviously, he's purple the first sector because, yeah, that's how timing works, apparently. But the top three, Beauty, Feimster and Denoyer, have all got a beautiful 5-second or so gap to the pack behind, which is really, really going to help them later on in this session, maybe, if they stay out. Ricardo had a little moment and he's dropped back. That's at the start of the lap, I think. In fact, Backer's gone as well, and he's gone with Bertrand. Backer's that's at the exit of Ascawi. He's lost it on the Ascawi, and that's Bertrand at the second chicane. Beauty and Feimster are going to be the first ones over the line. Where's Feimster going to start? 39.3, and Beauty 3/10 down. Denoyer goes fastest. You'll see the time at the top with a 38.1. I'm glad we've got the obligatory screen freeze out of the way early. Reynaldi Ido's left. And is Imran Shaikh. Currently it's Denoyer still by 0.4 of a second as I have a cat brushing against my leg. Then it's Smith, Lipsy, Feimster, Beauty, Paulson, Dirty, Shaikh and Nesh. Still no times for the big guys. Lowy and Batesma. Batesma had to return to the pits. Lowy is starting a lap now, is he? Yes, he's just starting a lap. 4 minutes 8 he did that time. Beauty's had a spin. That's at the second chicane. And so is Nesh. That is... Oh, Lantern as well. He's just got going again. That's at the first chicane. That's Shaikh. He's gone a long way off at the second chicane. That's it. You got all that tarmac to the left of where he's sat. Why would he even want to consider going to the right? So he's picked the right option there. Shake that ass over the curb. But we have had a couple of collisions so far between Fern and Reynaldi Ido. I'm going to see if I can see the replay, and once I see the replay, I'll bring it to you. Hopefully, if it'll let me. I don't think it's going to let me. No, I think it's not going to let me because Reynaldi Ido has left. Let's try the second incident. No, I'm not going to get to see that either. Oh well. no matter. Smith improves to P2. Batesman's had another off. That's the second chicane. He's gone back to the pits again. It's the second time. This is not going to help his chances, and it's not going to help his confidence either. Fabio Di Noia has a half a tenth of a second lead over Matt Smith in second. Then it's Brando and Speedy Man. And what is going on there? Di Noia's rear-ended. That's Simon Novak, who was just parked in the middle of the road. But it was so slow. That's like the slowest crash I've ever seen. That was horrendous. It was amateur. And we're going to be able to see the incident now as I get up. Here's live race control. You'll see Novak in blue and Di Noia in red. You'll see Novak joining the track here. And Di Noia goes to the right. Bonk. Done. And they both go off. So I've put it down as no further action for that one. There's music in the background. I thought I'd muted that music. I've muted it now. I'm going to shut my door as well. Again, all things a professional streamer like myself knows how to do. Matt Smith goes to the top of the times with a 38.0, and that's Smith after setting that fast lap, pulling to the side. But look at the top of the times. Smith, Di Noia half a tenth, then another quarter, and then it's a quarter of a second back to Backer, who's just going off the track now. That's at the exit of the first chicane. Oh, excuse me. Stuff is 3 tenths down on pole in fourth. The top five are separated by just over 3 tenths of a second. A lot of good start to this session. Yeah, maybe to avoid a Twitch bonk. That music is thanks to bensound.com, whose I might put in as a text thingy just to make sure we don't get bonked. Text. I know it's in here somewhere. Ah, that's the one. I'll also mention our streaming hosts. There's a word for it in there somewhere. Thank you, Driver Mario, for following. There we go. Zap hosting for your servers. Ben Sound for the mood music that I accidentally played. Loey's disconnected. Did you say Loey's? No, Loey's at the top of the times. He's in the pits at the minute and he's driving, so it's okay. Beauty is 14th and he's on track. Here he is coming around the Parabolica. Everyone's okay, but Loey has taken a 6/10 of a second lead. Thank you, Charles, for posting the voucher code and all that. I haven't quite learned to do that yet. Yeah, I don't know. But they're still here, I promise. They're still here. And the battle's still on. Batesman is now 8/10 of a second down in 5th place. But look at this queue we've got going on here. There's a queue going on at the first chicane. Loads of people going across the runoff. It's 5 minutes to go to the end of the session. And they're just queuing up. I don't know why Fern's waiting so much. Here comes Matt Smith as well in one of the Palace racing cars. The dark blue and neon blue cars. Not to be confused with the C&J racing cars that actually look like HWAs. I know, it's confusing, I promise. I'll guide you through it, I promise. Rinaldo Ido in his first appearance had a spin at Ascari. Where is he actually? He's off camera, I think. He's just returned to the pits. Have we had any more collisions? We haven't had any more collisions yet that come up on race control, which is good. 5 minutes to the end of the session. Andrade goes to P13 with a 39.5. The track's still at 97% grip, but there's 5 minutes left in this session, so I expect the grip will go up a bit more. Thank you, Alco Bex, for subscribing. Wow. Thank you. Dirty goes to P9. Surprisingly low position considering he's currently third in the championship. I will say about the current championship standings. It is Lowy in the lead with about 100. I think it's 103 points. I'll double check for you now. We've had a shift around in our. We've had a shift around in our Discord server, so I'm trying to remember where the standings are. Where are the standings? I can't see them. They're gone. Okay. We're still 4 minutes away from the session. Shite goes to a nice P10. We've had quite a few exciting races this weekend. AF2 was probably, I'd say, the best race we've had in AF2 all season, with the rolling start made things brilliant. And AF3, well, I'd rather not talk about AF3, but for everyone else it was good. You may have seen me get kicked for. I know we didn't actually stream it, but I got kicked from both sessions for crashing too much, even though I only hit people once. But that's a long story that I haven't got time to get into. Lipsy goes P6 with a good time there. Fern has been the big surprise for me so far. He's up to P3. He had a lot of pace towards the latter half of the season in Season 3. Yeah, rip indeed. Big rip. I got no points. That's like the worst positions I've ever finished. I've never finished outside the top 10 until Friday. Thank you, Backer. Lowy 101, Jens 93, Backer is on 68, and Tuna is 67. Oh no, it wasn't because of that. It wasn't because of that. Lowy's just disconnected. Who was that? Ben. I'm Mr. Ben. How dare you call that? How dare you predict such a thing? But yeah, there are drop races, actually. That's a good point. It's a long season. We have 24 races in this season of AF3. But let's focus on AF1 for now. We have 2 minutes left, and Feimster and Speedy Man have both stopped on track. Lowy has rejoined the server. He will rejoin in P1. Make of that what you will. Celebrate, commiserate, whatever. Charles Bertrand is about to start. He's well off the rest of the field. He's currently 4.3 seconds down on pole and over a second down on P21. Should we bring out the drama music? Yeah, let's do it. Here comes the drama music. I'm going to turn that drama music down a little bit more as well, actually, just to make sure. There we go. Lowy has pole position at the minute by 0.3 of a second over Batesmate. It's going to be the top 2 in the championship, fighting wheel to wheel at the front at the minute. But a new challenger to the front of the grid. Fern is just behind. Juan, now you've only just DM'd me. There we go. Thank you for that, Juan. I'll post that a bit later on. You ruined the drama. Fern 3rd, Smith 4th, Backer 5th, Denoyer is in 6th. We have 2 drivers coming across the line. One of them is Matt Smith. Does he improve on his time? He does. He goes to P2. And the other one is Andrade, who moves to P10. That's an excellent time from Smith. He moves to 2/10 away from Lowy. Shaik has also stopped on track. That's at Ascari. Andrade's also stopped on track. That's because he's just finished his lap. Shaik is going to stop at Ascari. He's not going to set a lap time now. Next up is Jens Batesma. Is he going to improve? He goes to pole by 0.4 of a second. The heat is on for Lowy, who isn't going to set a lap, I don't think. He's currently coming up towards Parabolica. Here's Lowy. We're going to focus on him next, even though Backer's going to be next on the line. Grip is at 98%, so we're having a slightly low grip start. Backer doesn't improve. Bertrand does improve, but stays P22. Speedy Man stays P12. Lowy's going to be next over the line, followed by Denoyer. Is Lowy going to go to the top of the times? No, he's not. It's going to be pole position for Jens Batesma today, unless someone else can put a shock. Denoyer goes P3. Roman Nesh, currently P20, will be next over the line. Improves to P18. Bertrand stopped on track, and Feimster will stay P8. Next is Fern. The surprise at the front in this race. He does not improve. He stays P5. Beauty will be next. Martin Beauty. He's currently P17 with a 39 dead. He goes to P16. Small improvement there. Lipsy goes to P5 as well. Dirty currently P13. A long way down from where he normally is. Improves to only P11. There's going to be a midfield fight for Dirty today. Simon Novak will be one of the last people over the line, and he goes to P20. We're just waiting on, I believe it's just Lantern left, who's currently P19. Lowy doesn't have this lap. Does Lowy have this lap? Have I done this too? Have I called it too early? I've called it too early, haven't I? Lowy is going to have another opportunity. Ugh. I just too focused on what's going on. I didn't look at the times. I didn't look at the time left in the session. Lowy is still going to have another chance of this lap, and he's coming through onto the back straight now after Ascawi. I don't know how far he is up on his time because it's not saying. Now would be the time to get AC remote up. So I know what tyres people are on for the start of the race. But Lowy out of the final corner he's currently. In fact, Batesman's improved to half a second. I've got 2 instances of AC remote now. Lowy goes over the line, and it's within 800ths of a second. Batesman has pole position by 800ths of a second. We're still waiting on Nesh and Lipsy. Brambo's on lap apparently, but that's not going to be true. Lipsy stays P6 and Nesh improves but stays P18. It's pole position for Jens Batesma. The heat is on against Lowy, who I believe has a world record around this track in the Exos, Lotus Exos from the old cars. But with the new cars, Batesma has poled. Lowy starts second, and Denoyer will start third alongside Matt Smith, who's had a brilliant run today. Backer starts P5 and Lipsy starts P6, continuing his excellent form in qualifying. Fern starts P7 alongside Jake Feimster, still up there towards the top end of the midfield, the lower end of the main field. Speedy Man will start P9 alongside Brambo, the two brothers there. The Bass brothers, I think is named. I don't know. That might be a. I think that's a cat scratching at my door. Ricardo starts P11, Dirty 12 in a Turkish Torpedoes row 6. Then Andrade, Imran Shaikh, Paul Paulson, Martin Beauty, Ronaldo Ido in his first race for AF1 this season, Roman Nesh, Jack Lantern, Simon Novak, Felipe Contreras, and Charles Bertrand starts P22. Oh. Yeah, please no punt to win a first corner. Damn right. I will be looking at the chat for the start of this. I will be looking at getting a VSC started just in case. We may get an automated VSC that runs for 40 seconds. Hello, Teddy. He's desperate to join me for what is expected to be a really, really fun start. And is the race already starting? I'm seeing the lights already. Here come the lights. People aren't even ready. People switching quickly. This is weird. But we're underway already. It's a really good start from the two Palace guys on row 2, and they go straight to the front. Been absolutely mugged. There's a session restart potentially on, but everyone has started the race, I believe. But it's Smith and Denoyer that lead out of the first couple of corners. And no major crash behind, it seems. All clean through turn number 1. Restart has not passed. Everyone is underway. This is going to throw some spanners in the works, maybe some fuel strategies as well, because people may not have put in all the fuel. 21 people starting this race out of the 22, I believe. Imran Shaikh is the only person that didn't take the start. Smith still has the lead over Denoyer. It's going to be side by side between. That is the number 45 car of Feimster alongside Dirty for P10. Let's bring you up to the front. Batesma is still ahead of Lowy, but the two Palace drivers are pulling away. It's now a second gap between Denoyer in second and Batesma in third as they head down towards Ascawi for the first time. I cannot believe it was a clean start. Beauty and Lipsy have both gone off. Beauty's gone off. That's at Lesmo 2, and same for Lipsy. Another good qualifying ruined almost immediately for Lipsy on lap 1. Oh, a little moment there was one of that's Dirty in the background, having to take a little bit of evasive action coming out of Ascawi down into the Parabolica for the first time. But the big battle here is for P13. There's about 5 cars in about 10 metres. Novak, Contreras, Bertrand, Ido, Lantern, all there battling for 13th. They're side by side going out to Parabolica. Simon Novak still has 13th. Bertrand's gone wide and onto the AstroTurf. Hopefully he doesn't spin. Lantern goes past and takes 16th from Bertrand. He drops down to P17. But here comes the slipstream battle down the front straight for the first time. It's Smith, Denoyer, Batesma, Lowy, Fern. Thank you, Ventura, for following. What a start to this session. Completely unexpected start, completely quick. And that's Smith, he's had a spin. The leader, the race leader's had a spin. That's at turn 2. Coming out of the first chicane. He's got going now. I feel really bad for Imran Shaikh. Paul Paulson's had a spin. That's at turn 2 as well. I don't think he came together with anyone, but we'll have a look at the replay. Lots of collisions actually, but nothing. It doesn't seem like there's anything going on. Maybe Paulson came together with Lantern. Potentially, I'm seeing that. Lowy side by side with Batesma going down to the Ascari chicane for the first time, and Lowy takes second place off of Batesma. This isn't even DOS opened yet. This is going to be crazy when DOS does open. It's Bertrand versus Lipsy for P15 going down to Ascari. Meanwhile, Brambo's done dirty in the background. They're still side by side. Bertrand's got the inside. Now he's had to lock up and let Lipsy by. Lipsy takes P15 back. His comeback drive starts now. It's side by side between Dirty and that is Dirty and Backer. Dirty and Brambo. Dirty's got the outside at Parabolica, just about giving enough room. Fastest lap for Denoyer, 39.1. The Palace Racing 1-2 dream is starting to collapse just slightly because Smith has rejoined in P11. Ricardo's had a good start, he's up to P8. Batesman's done Lowy back down the front straight. And Fern's also in on this battle as well. There he is in P4 in the squeaky wheels car. Let's ride on board with him as he heads down towards the Curva Grande and the second chicane. There's moves going on behind between Brambo and Dirty. Finds from Ricardo, Novak and Smith. Novak's had a stunning start. He was like, no, reaches the top 20 and he's up to P11 already after 2 laps. Excellent start for him. That's an excellent one for Fernand. The second chicane is going to try down the inside for Lowy into the first Lesmo, maybe. Yes, he is. He's still got the inside line. Don't touch, don't touch. It's still good. Lowy's on the primes though, bear in mind. So Fern is going to be faster. A little bit of little touch on the grass going to Lesmo 2 for Fern. He's going to have a decent run and some DOS to boot down towards the Ascari chicane. He's going to move to the outside is Fern. And he's already made the move stick. We haven't even got to it. And Batesman's Backer going to have a look at maybe as well. Lipsy's had another spin. That's up at the Lesmos. That's Lesmo 2 again. He's going to be very careful with that rejoin because he's on the exit on the racing line. Back to the battle for third between Fern and Lowy. That is that's Brambo going way wide at Ascari and having a crash. He's going to rejoin nice and safely though in the background. I have a cat that's currently stopping my wire from moving any further. Vasek, they're not paid actors. I promise. You've raced against them. I mean, we saw Imola. There's no way it's paid. It's the fastest lap for Bates with a 38.4. I might be paid. I deserve to get paid. No, I don't. I suck. Backer out of turn number 2. He's going to try and get past Lowy now as well. This isn't a good start for the strategy for Lowy. He's one of the only people on prime tyres. Him and Brambo, Speedy Man, Bertrand and Beauty are the only people starting this race on the prime tyres, and it's not looking like it's going to work for them so far. Tyre wear is going to be lower because that's just the nature of... That's really close between Backer, but he's got past with an excellent move around the outside at the second chicane. Wow! Oh, thank you. To be fair, I liked James's meme cast. I think that's a really original way of doing it. I loved it. Down the second straight towards Ascari once again. And Lowy's got the DOS on Backer. Is he going to make a move around the out? Have a move maybe down the inside into the Ascari chicane? He's going to have to look around the outside because Backer's gone defensive. No move this time, but Lowy's going to have a better run out of Ascari surely because tighter line did Backer have to take. He overdid it with the re-noise. I haven't watched the stream to be fair, but it just sounds like a really good idea. I was considering doing it myself, but I just couldn't get it done quickly enough. I had too much to do today. Let's look at the battle for P17 quickly while the battle for 4th and 5th battle heats up again. It's Paulson who's going to have a look around the outside of Bertrand into Parabolica. He's got such a huge speed differential. But no, Bertrand's going to keep it, and it's going to be a switchback. I'm going to have a look here. There's no move here, so we're going to switch back quickly to the move for P17. We've missed it pretty much, but Bertrand's gone wide at Parabolica. That's pretty much all you need to know. Bertrand moves to P18. Paulson moves up to P17 in his. I believe this is his first race in the Mongols. I think he should be in the Skoda car. They keep changing teams after each race, so I lose track easily. There we go. My wire is free again. I can move. The battle for P9 strikes me as the biggest battle so far at the minute between Smith, Novak and Andrade. That's all for P9. That's Pallas, Skoda and Campos. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the music off. That's why I didn't turn the music on. I'm going to allow those posts because, yeah, that's the name of the team. Maybe we should get them to change the name of the team. I don't know. Like, after Portimao, I'm sort of thinking, actually, is that a good idea? Contreras, here he is. Looks like he is, maybe. I don't know. Another fastest lap for De Neuer with a 38.3. Yes, he is in exactly the right car because there's his name on the halo. Meanwhile, Paulson is in Garcia's car, so maybe I don't even know. I don't even know if Ben Garcia is still racing in this. I think he is, and I hope he is. It was good to have as many people as possible. Here is Lowy, still trying to get back past Colin for 4th place. Yeah, it has been a surprisingly good race, a surprisingly clean race so far. It was always going to be a good race, but it's clean, which is quite incredible. Novak's just got past Andrade, and Novak moves into the top 10, and he started outside around 18th, 19th, I think it was. So it's an excellent race for him so far. Going to get some decent points. Bertrand's dropped 2 places now, being passed by Lipsy and Roman Nesh. Oh, don't bonk. Oh! Charles Bertrand, I've got to give that as a penalty. Let's see. Can I see the incident, please? Do I get to see the incident? No, I don't get to see the incident. How helpful. Oh, now it works. Maybe now. Maybe we'll see it into the chicane if I zoom out a bit. Here we go, here comes the move. Lipsy in the blue, and then we'll see Roman Nesh in the red and Charles Bertrand in the yellow. And that's a bonk right there. That is a penalty for Charles Bertrand. I'm going to apply the penalty as a no further action. And then come in and say drive through a 5-second time penalty. Five-second time penalty for Charles Bertrand for causing a collision. And there you'll see it on the screen now. Isn't that helpful? It came up with a collision. Well, there we go. I should probably decide to turn off, and probably decide not to use the colons from now, but there we go. But that's the first huge collision I've actually seen. Thank you to all 33 of you for joining us. I just saw the number again. Came for racing, stay for shit posting. Yeah, we're trying to tone down on the shit posting. As here goes Shaik on the inside of Charles Bertrand. Bertrand's going to stay ahead, but Shaik's going to have a much better run out. The second chicane is going to go past. He's going to have the inside and do Les number 1. Bertrand's going to power around the outside and stay ahead. Good move. Here comes Jake Feimster down the inside of Matt Smith, going down into Parabolica. It's lap 8. We should be seeing the first pit stops around about lap 12 to 16, as we usually do. We are getting live penalties as much as I can keep up with them. We don't, like normally we'll see it It'll come up on the screen. We've had a lot of collisions so far, and that's the only one that strikes me as penalised, penalty worthy. But that could, of course, change. Down the inside goes Matt Smith with a little pot shot into the first chicane. He's going to stay ahead of Feimster. Where's Feimster? He's right there. It's going to be really close, but no collisions. No collisions. Lovely and smooth. Smith goes through for 8th place. Good move. And Brambo and Novak have had a small collision, just a tiny one, but they've stayed going, so no penalty will be necessary there, I don't think. But Novak is surely going to have a little shot into the second chicane. He's looking, he's going to dive down the inside of Brambo into the second chicane, but no, he has to back out of it because Brambo has taken the inside line. Job done for Brambo, who stays ahead in 11th place now. Charles Bertrand has dropped to the back of the field. He's been done by Nesh. I need to start focusing towards the front of the field, but there's nothing really going on. De Nooijer has a 2-second lead over Jens Beetsma. Fern is 3rd, Bakker 4th and Lowy 5th. But here's the battle for 7th place. It's Ricciardo, Smith and Feimster still. While Smith and Feimster are battling it out, as we see an illegal DOS used for Brambo. He got excited in zone number 2. We've had quite a few illegal DOS penalties, it seems. Wow, Dirty, Contreras, Nesh, Speedy Man, Feimster, De Nooijer. All illegal DOS users in the first 8 laps. That's more than we normally see. There's the chat. I'll stick the chat up as well, just in case that comes up. And there's another one for Jack Lantern as well. But down the front straight again, Novak and Brambo still going at it. They both go wide at the Parabolica. So Brambo's going to have... I don't think he's going to have DOS. He might have DOS on because of Andrade ahead, but he's going to get towards each other. Wow, that close. Don't touch wheels. They bang wheels. They still both survive. Down towards the first chicane they go. Still side by side. Nothing to... Oh, that's close. Don't hit it. Oh, they've collided. God. Damn it. That's close. Brambo, Andrade, Novak. Andrade's going to stay ahead, but it's going to happen all over again. I can see it happening already. Because they're both slipstreaming past. And once again, Novak's going to close Brambo in. It's going to be 3 wide into the second chicane. And they've gone away with it, but Brambo has had to go across the runoff because he clipped the grass. That's akin to Hamilton being pushed by Leclerc off track. No further action would be necessary for that, I would add. I'm on Leclerc's side for that one. Wow, that's close. But this battle is going to keep going. Andrade and Novak are about half a second apart now. Letterbox is opening for Novak and Brambo down towards the second chicane, the Ascari chicane. That's really close to Ricciardo's had to take to the gravel. He's going to rejoin carefully. It almost takes Feimster with him, but they both survive. Don't hold it together, Ricciardo. He's held it together. Wow, it's all kicking off for 7th place. Yeah, your countdown's a little bit off. No bonk this time. But there's still a lot of time left. I'll point out, Daniel Ricciardo is driving with a keyboard. He saved that with a keyboard. That's insane. Might be able to shut my door soon as well because the cat's just left, but I don't want to take my eyes away from this battle. Andrade, Feimster, Novak, Brambo, Ricciardo and Ido are all in this fight for 8th place, and Feimster's going to have a shot down on the inside of Andrade, and so is Brambo down the inside of Ricciardo. We did see earlier that I think it was Paulson that had stopped on track. I don't know what happened with that. I don't think we'll ever know, but still loads of collisions going on. Oh, I'm once again regretting not getting a drink. I've got so much more information now. That's down the inside goes Novak. Almost a collision there, but got away with it this time. And this is going to have put Brambo into the frame, into Lesmo 1. Is he going to have a look? He does have a look, but no move this time. Novak's going to have one car ahead that he needs to attack, and one car behind that he needs to defend from. I will not have the drink. I never have the drink because I always forget. I'm also going to move my pop filter back up. There we go. Oh yeah, mouse steering as well. Mouse steering for Ricciardo, I'll point out. It's not entirely keyboard. Bertrand's had another, is stopped at Lesmo 1, is it? No, that's Curva Grande. Imagine spinning at Curva Grande. And I've missed a collision between Novak, Brambo and Ido or something. Because there's Novak. He's going to come on the track maybe like Lance Stroll did. No, Novak's going to get away with it. But we'll have a look at that battle in a minute when we get the chance. Because I think that might be because of a collision. Yeah, it's the same as F1. So if you're within 1 second of the car in front, you get DOS. Ricciardo's not opening it. Now he is opening DOS. So they go down the pit straight, and he's done Brembo already. Brembo's going to pull back into the slipstream. He's going to have a little look into the... Is it the Della Roger chicane? I don't know the name of the chicanes. The first chicane. I'll just leave it at the first chicane. Ricciardo went a bit too deep there and had to check up for the second chicane, for the second corner. And that's going to give Brembo an opportunity going down towards... Lipsy's in the pits for the first time, I'll point out now. Ricciardo and Brembo, the battle will continue. While I just see if we can have a look at the incident between a lot of people. Novak, Brembo and Andrade. Let's see if we can have a look at the live map for this one. Can I see any of these things? There's been another collision between Lantern and Novak. It's caused Lantern to go across the first chicane. I'm just seeing as well. Can I see any of these moves, please? Can I see that one? I can see this one between Lantern and Novak. So let's see what happens here. Here's the screen. I'll take the zoom out to about 10. No, not 0, 10. Instead, and hopefully that'll bring us something. Here we go. Here's Lantern in red, Shaik in yellow, and Nesh is involved as well. It's Novak versus Lantern. And what was that? Lantern just pulled over, I think. Not the greatest of views. We'll apply penalties, no further action to that one. We'll see again if we can get Novak versus Brembo. We will this time. In the meantime, Andrade and Ricciardo have come into the pits. We'll see if we can get a replay now. Do we get a replay? Do I get that luxury? Yes, we do. Here comes Shaik. Have I still got the thing? There we go. We get the replay up now. Is this the same incident? It's the same incident. Okay. Looking for an incident between... As we've been a collision between Novak and Nesh now. Contreras and Paulson are in the pits as well as Novak. I just want to see... No, never mind. It's not gonna happen. I'm not going to get to see it. That's fine. Let's bring you back to the action. Here's the action as most people are in the pits at this point. Most people coming out on the prime tyres, I think. Brembo on the primes. Andrade's coming out on prime. Same for Ricciardo, Contreras, Lipsy and Novak, and Charles Bertrand and Jack Lantern as well. Breathe. Lots going on. We're only on lap 13 of 44 as Jake Fimes has had a spin. That is at the Ascari. He's got going again. No, he hasn't. He stopped on the exit. There he is. He's just coming across the front of your picture. And he'll rejoin in P10 just ahead of Speedy Man in the Deadpool racing car. Now the two brothers, Speedy Man and Brembo. Not instantly obvious based on the names that they're brothers, but they are. Andrade has had a hit together with Shaik, and that's gone... They both come together at the Ascari chicane as there's people coming through, including Ricciardo. He's jumped across the curb! And he's hit not too much damage, but I also saw Contreras flying through the Ascari chicane. He's got away with it. There's no collision there. But I'd love to see what happened there. We'll see if we can bring the replay. I'll see if it works first before I look at anything. Andrade and Shaik. Can I see that incident, please? This might be it. Yes, this is it. Just waiting for the cars to come on the screen so I can switch to the camera now. Meanwhile, at the front of the grid, Batesman's gone to within half a second of De Neuer. Are we going to switch to a replay? We do. Here's the replay. Shaik is in yellow, is in green, Andrade is in red. It looked like Andrade pushed Shaik off, but here's what happened afterwards. Well, we don't get to see what happened afterwards because that's the end of the replay, but there we go. There's the replay there. I'll leave that as no further action to say we have to look at that at the end, but that will be likely a penalty for Andrade for pushing another guy off the track. The gap's still half a second. They're closing more and more. Batesman. Fern comes into the pits for the first time. Fimes has had another spin. That's at the Ascari chicane. Again, maybe the option tyres are starting to go off for him. We're 14 laps in now. So, quite possibly. Battle for the lead is still hotting up though. Here comes Batesma. He's chasing down Denoy. He's going to have the slipstream down towards the second chicane at Della Roger. Sure, it's Della Roger. Looking to the outside. He's going to make a dive. They're side by side. Batesma's backed out of it because there's no way Andrea is going to let him past. Fern and Dirty are coming into the pits now. I always said 30. Almost said 30. Contreras has had a moment. That is also at Ascari. We'll quickly bring that to you. He's going to have to reverse slightly onto track. That's very cautious. Good for him. Good job from him. Yeah, gets away with it without hitting anybody else as they come down to the Ascari chicane. It's still Batesma 2/10 of a second behind Denoyer. As we head towards the end of this first stint, they're both on option tyres. So bear that in mind. There's an awesome slipstream from Batesma. He's going to move to the outside. He's going to move to the inside rather, down towards Parabolic, and he's made the move stick and closes the door. But he might have moved so early that it means Denoy is going to have DOS down the front straight. But are either of them going to pit? No, neither of them are going to pit. It's going to be DRS wide open for Denoyer. He's going to make the move again. Goes to the outside of the first chicane. Probably a wiser move, you would think. It's as close as it gets. While behind, 14 seconds back from this battle, is Bakker and Lowy. I swear, one of these days, I'll make that pun and it's deliberate. Yeah, he's going to... Can you actually see the replay? You should be able to. It's coming up on the thingy. Like if I press that now. Yeah, you can see the screen. Oh, that's not it. The button. Batesma has the inside again into Lesmo 1 and stays ahead. Yeah, I'd love some confirmation if you could actually see that replay. I hope it's coming up. I sort of hastily put it together in the last minute before the stream started. We'll bring you the Bakker-Lowy battle in a minute, but Denoyer's done exactly the same into the first chicane, into the Ascari chicane. Denoyer retakes the lead. This is going to be back and forth even after the pit stops, hopefully. I'd love to see this sort of battle. But we'll switch quickly to Lowy and Bakker as they head down towards Ascari. Lowy's going to stay behind for now, it would seem. No dive here. No, not this time. Lipsy's done Charles Bertrand for P18. Oh, did I put the wrong thing? I probably pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Okay, I'll bear that in mind, because I've only got 2 screens, and I kind of need 3. The more screens, the better, you know. It's still mightily close between Denoyer and Batesma as they get up to some lap traffic who've already pitted. This is going to make things even more tasty. Batesma goes to the outside! And he's made the move stick, but Denoyer's going to have an excellent cutback. I'm going to run on board with Denoyer for this bit. Looking left, looking right. Which is what we'll see when we actually get the onboard. I've got the onboard now. Here's Denoyer. He's going to go to the inside through Curva Grande, which means he's going to have the outside for the second chicane. They're side by side again. Paulson's had another spin. And that's in the second chicane. All hell's broken loose there while the leaders are coming through. Batesma stays ahead for now. And there's a lap car that's going to maybe get in the way. It's going to stay out of the way for now. Good job from him. That's Paulson, who's had a moment at the second chicane just a minute ago. Ronaldo Ido from 10th place comes into the pits for the first time. So does Beauty. Moment for Denoyer. Has to back out of the throttle. Down the back straight. DRS wide open again. Here's a question for you. When you're 2 leaders battling like this, who wants to be? Do you want to be first or second coming up to the lapped cars? I reckon I'd want to be second because I have extra time to look for things. But I'd love to know what you guys think, all 28 of you. As that's a bad place to reach a lapped car. You can't really get out of the way any more than he has. Denoyer, I think, might be going to the pits lane. No, he's going to go for DOF for a slipstream on one of the lapped cars, which is interesting. Gets it earlier. Batesma decided, is that one of the lap cars trying to go for a move? That's one of the lap cars trying to unlap himself. That's Felipe Contreras, I think. Oh, and it's all hell breaking loose. One of the Skoda cars pushes out of the way, forces himself out of the way to try and stay out of the way, but almost threatening. one of the Mongols' cars. That is Imran Sheikh going off at Lesmo 1. Backers in the pits, by the way. And he's beached. Imran Sheikh is our first victim of the gravel. Sheikh is beached in the gravel. All our races so far, apart from the first race at Albert Park, have used Kunos. There he is. Have used Kunos tracks. And they seem to have... our cars seem to have trouble with the gravel on Kunos tracks because of the textures, and they just get beached. Maybe because the car's too low, maybe because the texture's too... I don't know what you call it, but maybe not enough friction or something. Fimes is in the pits for the first time. We're on lap 17 and people are still out there on option tyres. That's brilliant. But that would still mean maybe enough for a one-stop strategy. Fuel use is about 2.8 to 2.9 litres per lap, we're hearing from certain people. This is Batesma and Denoyer still battling as they pass one of the lapped cars. That is P8, P17, which is Charles Bertrand. And they're both into the pits at the same time. Race in the pit lane. Here we go. We haven't seen this all season. Who's going to be out first? We're going to ride aboard with Batesma because he's probably going to be in the pits ahead of Denoyer. Yes, he is. Batesma's first in the box. There's nothing else going on track except for maybe this. Switch back to this. Denoyer's come out first. He's going to be side by side coming out of the pit lane. Denoyer stays ahead. Doesn't get any closer than that. Wow. Let's bring you this quickly while that starts to heat up again. Bring you TV. What's TV3? There's TV3 with some wider shots. Wide goes Dirty. He has to spins all over the place, but he stays in a straight line. Shikes had to DNF. That's really unfortunate for him. Lowy takes the lead on the prime tyres, but he has still got a pit. The gap's only 12 seconds there. Fern switches to the inside quickly. Outside, rather. And he's going to stay ahead, but he's gone all wonky over the curbs. He's going to be side by side. A drag race around Curva Grande to the second chicane. As there's Dirty going across the runoff. That was close. Edo set a personal best for 39.8. That's not a bad lap, to be fair. Down towards the second chicane. It's going to be side by side. Fern has got the inside. And he's going to stay ahead, but it's going to be a brilliant... Look at that run from... That one from Backer was really good, and they're still side by side going into Lesman 1. That's now about half of the lap, side by side. In fact, it is half of the lap, but they've just reached the top of my driver circle, and Fern stays ahead now, but surely Backer's going to have a run, but so is Dirty. It's going to be 3 wide, hopefully, for the sake of the content of the stream, down towards the Ascari chicane. Ricardo's had to DNF. That's another bad run for Ricardo today. And actually, Fern's been mugged by both of them. Fern goes down at 8th place. Backer, Dirty. Fern is your 6th, 8th positions. Lowy and Batesma has just done Denoyer before the DRS zone, which means he's also going to have DRS. So Denoyer's going to have to make a dive down the inside. No, he's not going to make a dive down the inside at this time for the first chicane, but Batesma has a little lock up. He goes wide. He goes really wide. He's going to have to go across the rumble strips. And there goes Denoyer back ahead. Charles Bertrand's had another spin. That is at... I don't know where that is, actually. Ricardo has died. Not the real Ricardo. Yeah. I don't know, this is a much better race than Imola was. Like, it was exciting until the pit stops and then it died. But this one is exciting all the way through, and we're past the pit stop phase. This is the battle for second. It's been going on since the start of this race. Beauty's just done... Beauty's just done Ruben Andrade for 11th place. And we head down the pit straight again. But Beauty will have the DRS this time. Beauty normally races in a black and green car, so it's not too much of a difference to race in a green and slightly white car. Skoda's is a good livery. Like, there were worse liveries to mistake being hit. I think there was a little bit of lag there because I think they both touched. What happened, Daniel? Ah, you've been having connection issues for a while as well. It's just that sucks. Because you were doing really well today as well. You were top 10. down the front straight again in this everlasting battle between De Nooijer and Betsma. Andrea and Jens. DRS wide open, but surely too far back this time for Betsma to have a move. He's going to look down to the inside. He's going to maybe dive. He's going to dive bomb. He's going to dive bomb. We got it finally. We've got a dive bomb. And they bang wheels. And De Nooijer's been blocked from getting into the second chicane, the second corner. Betsma takes the lead. Or what is probably the net lead. But stop fighting, guys. You're going to make Lowy win. Lowy's on a one-stop strategy, surely, for this race. And you'll you hope maybe see him pitting around about lap 27. If he's going to do 17 laps on the options like these guys, like Betsma and De Nooijer did. But this has actually caused Brambo to catch up to the lot of them. Brambo's on the prime, so he hasn't stopped yet. He might well be in the pound seats because he could rejoin in what looks like 6th place at the minute. It's quite a short pit stop. Or is it actually? It was 12 seconds when they came out, and there were 15 seconds. It was about 25, 27 seconds, I guess, for a pit stop. So maybe not. It's not far enough for De Nooijer. This might be the opportunity Jens has to pull away and keep that win, which will be crucial for the championship and could draw them level. It's 25, 20, 16, 13 at the top for the top 4 positions, plus an extra point for fastest lap and the pole position. Betsman's got 1 point for pole already. Who knows? Maybe we could be going into the next round with the gap at 1 point between the top 2. And I don't think I've ever seen a championship fight in AF1 that close. As De Nooijer goes for a move on Betsma. Betsma's still going to have the inside. He's gone a bit deep into turn 1. Brambo's ready to pick up the pieces if necessary. Oh, but he loses the back end as Brambo. Betsma stays ahead for now. De Nooijer's got a good one out of the first chicane. Though he's going to go round Curva Grande and switch maybe to the outside, maybe to the inside. Hasn't quite decided yet. Looking left, he looks right. He's going to move to the inside. Round Curva Grande. He's got the outside for the second chicane. But once again, they're starting to catch up to some back markers, and Lowy is in the midst of it. Jens stays ahead. Good run out of the second chicane for Andrea, but I think he had to check up to stop a rear end. Yeah, it was a really fun race. Could have been even more fun if we had rolling starts on. Maybe. I don't know. Whoa, hello. There's a parked car. Is he... Okay, he's safe. Yeah, it's Charbotron again. He's had a terrible day. And it's going to be maybe 3 wide into the Ascari chicane if De Nooijer has a look, which he doesn't. But Brambo's going to go around the outside of both of them. He's going to have done both of them into the Ascari chicane. Brambo takes second place. What a move! Wow! Brambo takes second, Betsma stays third, and De Nooijer goes to 4th. I might turn my voice down a bit more, actually. There we go, turn it down a couple more decibels for you, because I know I'm shouting. This is an exciting race. That was a very bold move indeed, yes. Whoa, hello, Smith's had a little oversteering moment. He's going through the gravel. He's hit the barriers, I think, on the exit. As Brambo comes to the pits for the first time, so what an excellent way to finish your stint. He's going to do a 2-stop strategy, because there's no way Brambo's going to do 22 laps on the options. Right? I don't know. Maybe. Is it possible? I think we did. We saw you go across the rumble strips at Ascari. Was that the move you're on about? I don't know. Okay, yeah, I wanted to check again that my the mood music was still muted. We haven't actually had any collisions for about 3 minutes, which is a good run. A good run. That last move was between... Actually, that might be why we saw Bertrand in the gravel. It was a collision between him and Lantern. That might have something to do with it. But still a terrible day for Bertrand. He's 20 seconds down. And I think he's come together with Matt Smith, maybe? No, they're two different places. But Smith's gone off at the second chicane. And Bertrand's gone off at Lesmo 2. Again. He's going to be down the back straight. And he's now in the middle of a battle. He's in the middle of the battle for 5th place between Bakker and Fern. and Brambo, who's rejoined in 7th place for Brambo. Rejoin is pretty good. At the minute, we're looking at Lowy might come out just ahead of Speedy Man. But Speedy Man hasn't pitted yet either. But I will remind that Brambo will have to pit again, so maybe that one stop. Maybe one stop is the way to go today. I've heard a lot of people say the 2 stop might be better. Edo has just done Matt Smith for 9th place. Yeah, I think we did see that move, or like the end of it. Speedy Man into the bits for the first time now, so we're looking at an order that's looking like Lowy, Bedsman, Denoya, Backer, Fern, Brambo, Dirty is your top 7. But we still haven't had Lowy into the pits. And Brambo needs to pit again as well. But still a very good performance for Brambo. My driver of the day so far, I think. Maybe Fern actually as well. And we were at half distance, so I guess let's post it. Here comes a driver of the day poll, and I'll post this a couple of times. A bit later on in the stream. There. Oh, Nido's come together with Speedy Man. Only a small one. They both go. One of them goes across the gravel, and that's the end of that. Vote now for driver of the day. The straw poll is in the Twitch chat. Love to know what you think for your driver of the day, but maybe don't vote yet. There's still half of this race to go, and a lot of the strategies haven't played out yet. Strategy could be a big factor in who gets it. Maybe, or you could all just vote for Crab. But I think I'm going to cast my vote now. Yeah, there's my vote cast. Who was that? Thank you, Aerosmudge, for following. The first turn was actually clean. And it's side by side going into the second chicane. I'll come back to the first corner. Tinoya versus Batesma. Batesma takes 2nd place, or keeps 2nd place. I'll briefly switch back to Backer versus Fern for 4th place. But yeah, no collisions in turn 1 to speak of. It was completely clean. I think everyone was caught a little bit off guard by a quick start to this race. Like, it was like 30 seconds and the race was starting. Even I was caught off guard. But everyone got going and everyone was just... It was clean into turn 1. It was quite incredible, actually. We've all sort of learnt from round 1, from some round 5 last week in Imola, with that collision with the what I'm now calling the Tamburello tumble. I literally just thought of that, but there's still half of this race to go, of course. And seriously, Vasek, seriously, my voice is hoarse, and I know it always is after the end of a race, but this one in particular, there's been a lot going on. There's this constant battle that's been going on since the start of this race between Denoya and Batesman. It's only just dying down, I think. The gap's now 3 seconds. But there's still battles going on. Will Lowy improve with his one-stop strategy, with an alternate strategy? He started on the prime tyres while everyone else pretty much started on the options. He looks like he's going to rejoin in around about P3, about 10 seconds ahead of Backer. But can he keep pushing and do both of them? And take the win. There's a lot of storylines that need to play out in this race. Here's one of them. Bertrand keeps crashing. He also keeps beaching it in the gravel, which luckily he hasn't done this time, assuming he keeps it in a straight line. Don't beach it, don't beach it, don't beach it. He's all good. Oh, he's had to stop. He's had to stop. He's still rolling, which is good. He's got 3 cars coming through. He's got some time now, I think. Yeah, he's got plenty of time before Contreras comes to lap him in 16th. And he's away without getting beached. He hasn't done that in a while. He hasn't not beached himself in a race in quite a while. Maybe since since race 1. Don't make me ban you, Vasek. Paulson goes into the pits from P14 for his 2nd stop. I think he's gone for an alternate strategy where he goes option prime. Beauty's setup isn't working well for me, says Charles Bertrand. That's the closest we're going to get to driver radio. Stop talking in the Twitch chat. Drive. What are you doing? Paulson's going to rejoin in P19. Brambo currently P6, chasing down Fern. Contreras on the edge of points. I don't actually have the standings because they're nowhere to be seen. That's the wrong form. Can I please? Still trying to find those results to have a look at the lower reaches of the points. Let's say. Did we just get rid of it? There used to be like a results page that we can look at. I don't know where it's gone. Anyway, let's back to the race. Because I'm pretty sure Lantern only scored his first points in the last race, scoring in 11th place, where most of the time he's scored sort of just outside, sort of 16th, 17th. He's running 17th again today. Contreras versus Novak for the last points. Contreras round the outside. He's going to go onto the... have two wheels onto the Astro, which means he's still going to get full grip. Down the front straight once more. Is Contreras going to have DRS this time? Here's the zone. Both of them will. Contreras goes to the outside of the first chicane. I know you guys want to see him. He's having to deal with, I think that's Bertrand in front. As well, Novak stays ahead for now of Lantern. And that is Charles Bertrand just putting the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit. And there's maybe a rear ending going on. That's Lowitt. No, it's not. It's Paulson. No, who is it? That is... oh, it's Jack Lantern battling for 16th place. I thought that was Lowy coming through there, and I got worried. Thought they were about to rear end each other. And that's just clumsy. That's bound to be a penalty for Contreras, if I can give him the penalty. I'll give him that in a minute. Let's... oh. Right, where can I get this? Between Contreras and Lantern, go. Now, it's saying it's under investigation, but I'm not getting the actual live map. Can I have the live map, please? That's the second chicane. Were there two collisions? I think there were two collisions. Here's the first of the moves. And I think there's the move, there's the bonk between Contreras and Lantern. So no further action for that one. And there has been a collision between Fern and Dirty as they're battling side by side for P6. And Dirty goes ahead, just slams the door shut on Fern going down in the Buscawi. Was there no collision there? This thing needs a bit of work, I think. Bertrand's had another moment. He's currently still P20. He's gone off at T1. And that's just a sad picture to look at. I think he's just pulling over. He's done. He's done with today. I think he's probably gotten permission to quit. Because honestly, it's just awful for him. Here comes Speedy Man catching up and about to pass Rinaldi Ido, hopefully, for P8. Ido's done a stunning job today in his first AF1 race of the season. I think it's his first AF1 race, period. Or full stop. I'm English. Yeah, I get that. It sucks. Right, I'm sorry. I've just seen the meme that Matthias Vasic posted in the memes chat. Charles Bertrand still dead last in the driver's standings. That sucks. Roman Nesh, meanwhile, he's over there on the right-hand side. You can just see the right-hand side of your picture. Here he is in the centre of the picture. And he's gone off at Ascari, almost beaching himself, but he's going to keep it going and he's going to get away. I've just seen a move. Dirty's just done Fern. Again, there's a deja vu move. Has just slammed the stall shut again into the Ascari chicane. And moves ahead. Jake Feimster's gone off. That's at the second chicane. He's having to reverse quite a lot to get out of the way. Don't beat yourself. Maybe. He's okay. He's okay. He's got plenty of time before Lipsy comes up, but Feimster rejoins in P13. Not a great race for him so far. He's dropped back from the lower ends of the top 10. I think he started P7, P8. I should say, what race is next week? Next week is Istanbul, of course. We're following the F1 circus, those sweet extra views, and Istanbul will be our next race to follow the Turkish Grand Prix. That's next Sunday at 5 PM UK time, 5 PM GMT. Rinaldi Ido into the pits for what I believe is the second time. It's not a DSQ at all. You can return. You can go back to the pits and rejoin if it doesn't give you like a huge penalty. It's just a teleport because there's nothing we can do about it. If you get beached, you get beached, and there's nothing. You know, we can't stop that from happening. Contreras has had a moment. That's over at Lesmo 1. He's slow to rejoin. He might have problems with Brambo and Bakker and also Romanesh in 19th catching up. We're down to 19 drivers. We're having another race of attrition a little bit here with 3 drivers going out. Scheik, Ricciardo and Bertrand. For 3 different reasons as well. Rinaldi Ido, I think, has had a moment. Because he's going slow on the exit of... Oh no, it's just how the chicane is. It fooled me. And Fern has got past Dirty down to Ascari this time instead. Yeah, it's really quicksand with the Kunos gravel at least. Don't know about the other gravel. Batesman's catching up to Denoy. He's going down the inside of the first chicane. He's made the move stick, but Denoy has a little move to try and get a wider line through turn 1 to get a better line through turn 2, and he's back on the gearbox of Batesman coming out of turn 2. Through Curva Grande we go. Denoy's going to be back around the outside, it looks like, but he's pulled out of the slipstream. Matt Smith has done Beauty. I think Beauty's come out of the pits or something. No. Denoy's having a look, but he's not going to make it stick this time. Maybe do a switchback and get a really good run out of it. That looks like a really good run out of the second chicane, but maybe not enough to get a move done into Lesmo 1, but it's put him back in contention. But to be really close down the back straight into Ascari. There's still 15 laps to go in this race. I don't know what's going to happen. This is a really good one. Lowy hasn't stopped yet, actually. Lowy hasn't stopped. He's been on the prime since the start of this race. I would think we're running out of time now with the fuel. I'm just going to double check. Run some quick maths here. 2.85 litres was how much Lowy was doing. But how many fuel litres are in this car? 70 litres? 2.85. 20. Huh? Is it 80 litres? 28 laps. No, that still doesn't make sense. How many litres are in this car? Because Lowy should not have gone this far into the race. Unless he's done some serious fuel saving. No, he hasn't. He's stopped! Damn it! I missed it again. Lowy goes so far ahead and just stops out of nowhere. The gap is actually 6 seconds. And Lowy doesn't have to stop again. He just has to survive. Well, maybe. I don't know how long ago he pitted. Fern's had a moment. He's going to spend... Oh, that was close. Speedy Man almost took him out. But Fern is P8 in a minute. Let's just make sure he gets safe. He's going to switch to the old track. He's going to be in line, but he's nowhere around him. So he's all clear there. I'm sure he was checking over his shoulder multiple times. Lantern's gone off as well. He's slow to rejoin. That's a turn 2. But now the battle's on. Lowy has a 7-second gap to Batesman and Denoyer behind. They're both on prime tyres. Lowy is on some fresh, fresh options. But they've got a Novak in between. There he is in the Skoda car, the green. '19th and last for Contreras at the minute, 12 seconds behind Roman Nesh. It's not great. Not great, I won't lie to you. Lipsy could have been so much further, so much higher again if he hadn't had an incident on lap 1. Denoyer's had to go across the AstroTurf. Do you think Denoyer's tyres may be going off in the primes? They've still got 13 laps to go. Beauty's used the OS illegally 4 times in the last in the last 4 laps. What are you doing, beauty? You're 1.4 seconds behind. Oh, that's DRS manager. He's using the old DRS manager. There goes Felipe Contreras again. And, oh, that was close. I thought he beached it for a second there, but he got away with it. He might have a little spin, so it might take him a couple of minutes. Novak's into the pits in 15th, which means the air is clear between Lowy. Here is Lowy coming out of turn 2, and here's Batesman going into turn 1. 8 seconds. Is Jens able to chase him down for the win with 13 laps to go? If you join us and subscribe to us on YouTube, you'll be able to see this race again once it's finished with my beautiful voice. You'll be able to see highlights later on in the week from not just this race, but from all of our races, from all of our other series, and a qualifying comparison you should be able to see between Jens and whoever was on alongside me in the front row. It was Lowy, Jens and Lowy. Got a cat scratching at my carpet, wants to get in again. But the gap's out to 2 seconds now. I think De Nooijer's gone off the cliff a little bit. My cat's trying to bang the door down like he's a police officer. Seriously. Chill. You're just going to sit on my wire again. Fern into the pits. He's going to rejoin in about 11th place, but he's got Feimster and Beauty. Let's watch that battle. That looks good. Feimster and Beauty. There he goes. Feimster, Fern's teammate. And it's maybe 3 wide going to the first corner. No, not quite. Stop knocking on the door, cat. You're not coming in. Oh, you have no idea. Lost my train of thought. Beauty is catching Feimster. It's about 7/10 of a second now. So the field, after 33 laps, I would say now, has spread out completely. But there's still this chasing down that's got to happen between Lowy and Batesman. So let's have a look at what you guys think that your drive of the day is for today. I'll just refresh the page. Yep, it's Crab. 5 votes for Crab, 2 for Fern, and 1 each for Edo, Lipsy and Dirty. I'll post the link again to the driver of the day. So you can vote again, so you can keep voting. Yeah, there's the straw poll again. The driver of the day. Vote for who you think your driver of the day is. Love to know what you think. I would love to know what you think about any of the things we have, any of the things we've got going on, anything about the car or the track or the setups, the Kiss My Rank thing that we haven't featured too prominently. I was expecting to have to use the virtual safety car, but we haven't in this race, which is kind of good and bad. Contreras is into the pits now. He's currently P19. He's going to stay P19 because that's last. We haven't actually had any collisions for 6 minutes now. It's been really quite clean since then. Bakker and Contreras was the last one. That must suck. So another vote for Edo and another vote for Lipsy as well. Thank you to whoever that was. Hacky303. Thank you for following. Wow, we're pouring in today. And thank you to everyone who's been watching this race. Really appreciate it. Feimster stopped on track. That's a long way off at the second chicane, and I think he's hit the wall. Shake that ass over the sausage curb, and he's going to rejoin P13. He's got Lipsy here chasing him down for P13 as well. But here's Fern and Edo. I think this might have had something to do with it. Did I use the commentator's curse and cause a crash? No, I didn't. I think Feimster lost it all on his own. At least that's what it looks like. I haven't had a collision report come on Kiss My Rank at all. Edo here in P12. He's half a second down from Fern. And I don't think this battle for the lead is going to materialise because Lowy is 11 seconds back, 11 seconds ahead of Batesman. The gap is increasing. And that's not good. For the race, that is. It's good for Lowy. Andrade comes to the pits from what was P9. It's already down to P12. He's going to rejoin P12, I think, as well. Because he's just about to join. Maybe he's going to stay. In fact, Andretti's just going to go over the pit line now. He's going to be behind Feimster, behind Lipsy, and it'll be P14. There's a 1 minute gap from P14 to P15 where Paulson is for the last point. He's one of those cars, but which one is it? Oh, it's the Mongol. The yeah. I'm going to have to blatantly disagree with you there, Swift. Because here's Paulson. He's just spun again. That's a no from me. Colin Backer. Let's have a look at him. He's had a bit of a quiet race for the last 10 laps or so. He's 3 seconds back from Brambo in a battle for 4th place. Yes, okay, so he's winning the straw poll, or is he? Yeah, he's still winning the straw poll. But it's closer than it normally is. He's still 15th, 40 seconds down on the next person. This is the closest battle we've got right now. It's Fern trying to chase down Beauty for 9th place. Fern has been, as he was in... Ooh! He had a complete lockup and almost rear-ended Beauty entirely, but just about avoided it. Wow. I don't even think Crab understands the support for Crab, but it's all appreciated. Speedman has got a little bit of company with Lantern, who's currently P18. Not going to get any more points. I see the viewership's hotting up as well. We're up to 25 as we head to the last quarter, the last 10 laps of this race. It's a 14-second lead for Blowy over Batesman. Denoyo is 3rd, Brambo is 4th with an excellent start, with an excellent strategy in his race so far. This race started off much like Williams started off at Silverstone about 5 years ago, with a 1-2 for Pallas Racing. Through an excellent jump off the line from the second row. Denoyo and Smith both jumped, so Smith led the early stages, followed by Denoyo. Then Smith had a spin around about lap 4 or 5 and dropped down to P11. He's recovered to P8 so far in this race. Since then, it was a battle for the lead between Batesman and Denoyo. Batesman was closing down Denoyo and they got to within half a second and they were battling, switching places constantly. A new fastest lap for Lowy, meanwhile, with a 37.5. And now it's got to the point where Lowy, who was in 3rd place, battling with Backer, as Romanesh goes off at the second Lesmo, as we'll see in a minute. There he is. Safe enough of a rejoin. No beaching involved. Lips is into the pits for the final time with 7 laps to go. When he might as well. He's not going to lose 14th. But as the race went on and Batesman and Denoyo kept fighting, that gave the opportunity for Lowy to do a mega undercut and stay in the lead by about 6 seconds as it was when he came out the pits at around about lap 26, 27. I don't actually know, I didn't see it. But that gap has now extended to 15 seconds as Lowy sticks to a one-stop strategy, it seems. He's been on the prime since the start and pitted around about lap 28 for a set of options. And he's just setting, as you saw a minute ago, fastest lap after fastest lap, and he's on 37. Only about 8 tenths away, or so, or ish, from the pole time from earlier in qualifying. Speedman's still got issues trying to shake the lapped car of Lantern behind. I think Dirty's gone across the grass. Gone across the gravel. He's had a collision with Novak. We might be able to bring you the replay for that one as well, actually. No, we're not going to get to see it. There it is. It's just come up on the replay. Do we get to view it? I'm having a look at the replay now. Maybe it will come up. And it looks like it was a collision quite early into the corner. Here's the switch to the replay now. There's Paulson going through in the green car. We should see that is Dirty moving over on Novak and just rear ends Dirty. Maybe even another one as Novak has to spin over the apex. So that'll be one to look at later. That's now highlighted in green. Okay, that's just Lantern and Speedy Man. I'm just going to make sure you're still seeing the battle. Yeah, you are still seeing the race. Here's the next problem for Lowy. He is still 16 seconds ahead, but he has got 2 lapped cars. Nesh and Ido, who are 2 laps and 1 lap down, respectively. It's another imperious performance from Lowy with another strategy, a stunning strategy call. I mean, I did give it the 5-second penalty, but it's kind of irrelevant now. You're the only penalty I've given because I've kind of been since then like about giving penalties. I sort of realised maybe it's a bad idea to set the penalties. But what I've done is the moves that I've looked at are now highlighted, so we can definitely see. Whoa! What happened there? That's Beauty and Fern. Fern's facing backwards in the gravel, maybe getting beached. Hopefully he doesn't. And Beauty's just had to stop it where he is. There is Batesma coming up to those two in a minute. Beauty, I think. Fern's still stuck backwards, but Beauty's managed to get underway with some time, and Denoy's coming through the first chicane now. This is not going to help Fern's case at all. But he's kept it safe. He's got a huge gap behind now, so he's all good to go again. But I think we absolutely need to have a look at that collision, if we can, between Martin Beauty and Fern in the battle for 12th place. Let's have a look at it now. Just waiting for the cars to come up onto the... Here's the replay. Beauty's in the green, Fern's in the red, and there we go. And another rear ending to boot. And another one just to spin them both off. Let's just watch that again. Flime's just catching Andrade. It's down to half a second. But we have a little bit of time to watch this. So Fern goes down the inside. Beauty looks like Beauty turns in on Fern. There's a small tap and maybe another rear ending as well. But it's around turn 2 where the actual collision happens. And Fern may be too slow and Beauty had to spin from that. Not a lot we can tell from that, but there's... That's... There we go. No further action. That's highlighted now so we can look at it a bit later on. That can be taken into account for the large amount of replays we're going to have to look at tomorrow with a large number of incidents, particularly in AF3. There are 30 incidents reported for AF3, and AF1 looks to maybe have 10 at most. Fimester versus Andrade for P10 in the other Squeaky Wheels car. He's looking to the right. He's going to have a move round the outside into the second chicane. Is he going to try and make the move? He is, and he keeps it and blocks off any move from Andrade in return. Great move from Fimester to take P10. While this is happening, there's also Lipsy catching Fern, but we'll just switch to that quickly. Nothing going on there. Back to this. Fimester is going to have DOS to defend. He's going to have to defend from the DOS of Andrade down towards this guy chicane once more. Andrade to the inside and makes the move stick. Lovely, but he hasn't gone wide. No, he hasn't gone wide. He's kept it together. That's quite smooth there. That's a good move. Textbook move from Ascawi from Andrade. I heard a bing. Who binged? Astro85, thank you. A Paulson only replay compilation. I might just provide that to you if we can get... What can we get? If we can get 25 people... 25 people watching this. Actually, no, scratch that. If 3 more people follow the channel by the end of the race, I will show Paulson on 5 times speed just his entire race. There's a rear ending there from Andrade just hitting Fern. And so Farmster in the rear. There's one. 2 to go. I'll keep him on a finger just to make sure. Lipsy's going to have DOS on Fern going down the front straight. He's half a second back in the Port Energy racing car that's supposed to look like Port Energy. I said it every time. It looks like a 2015 Lotus. Not great. Not the best look. Oh, it's a spin for Lipsy. I'm glad we caught that. Well, there we go. Lipsy's had a spin there. But he's still got 16 seconds back to this guy, Paul Paulson. There you go. There you go. No Nut November is over for you guys. 5 stars on the back of Andrade. Still in this battle for 10th place. This is probably the biggest battle we've got going on right now. As long as I don't have to deal with the liveries, that's fine. You can get a new livery all you like. There's Paulson. Look, there's Paulson. Look, there's Paulson. Back to Farmstead. Onto the front straight. It's grown to about a second now, is the gap. So he will get DOS, but only just. As we're on to the final 3 laps of this race, Lowy goes into turn number 1. He's passed Edo and he's passed Nesh. So he's got clear track ahead of him all the way up. That's 2. Tinko, thank you. There's a possibility of Brambo taking 4th place from Colin Backer. Go on, one more follow. It's just a button. Press it. There it is! Not a bot. Do I count it because he's a bot? Do I count it? Go on, let's try one more. One more and I'll show you. One more and I'll stick Paulson on fast forward while we do the interviews at the end of the race. What happened with Paulson? Just Paulson. Paulson just being Paulson. I'm pretty sure you haven't followed Arta. Come on. He's lowering the lead. He's got 16 seconds back to Jens and another 10 seconds to De Nooijer. Oh, hello. Beauty and Speedy Man. Has the internet just gone off in the Netherlands? Beauty and Speedy Man are both gone. Late drama here. Beauty. Okay, Beauty's back. Where's Speedy Man? Beauty's back in 12th place. Is Speedy Man still in the server? I'm waiting for him to pop up again. I don't think he is. I'm going to check on the live timing on here. Speedy Man is apparently at turn 2, but stopped at turn 2. Beauty's gone off again. Is something going on with Beauty's internet as well? Seriously, is this the Netherlands internet having problems? They're both dropping back. There's Beauty's still going. Okay, sure, but he's about to pass Speedy Man, apparently, or where Speedy Man is, because he's stuck at turn 2 still. I'm getting no delta from Firm, that might be because of the people around him. This is some late drama going on here, guys. Novak and Lantern. It's a move for P16. No points on offer here, and quite a long way off from those points. But if Speedyman has actually DNF'd, it could be points. Speedyman, as you can see, is dropping down the order. He was doing so well. Paulson might be about to get P14. 2 points. Brambo's had a spin. It's going all wrong for the Dutch. Brambo's gone off big time at turn 3. What on earth happened there? He almost had to. Dirty's taken him for P5. Did he come together with Backer? Did he lock up hugely into turn 1? I've no idea. Novak's done land for P16. Look at this late drama. This is why you love AF1. Lowy's starting the final lap now as all of this is going on behind him. He's got no idea what's going on. He's got clean air in front of him. Brambo is rejoining P6. And that's pretty much where we'll stay because P7 is about 10 seconds back. You might see him in the picture as the battle for 15th, in fact. Novak has taken P15 from Jack Lantern. P4, yes, P14 masterclass. There you go. We can finish off. There's Paulson. Finish off now, guys. Still waiting on that last follow. That last follow to get a 5 times replay while I do the interviews of just Paulson. Pure Paulson. Pure Paulson. Like, just went halfway around the track. My throat is gone. Andrade is within 8/10 of Feimster. This is just behind Lowy, so this will be coming towards the end of this race. Watch Dirty, apparently. Here's Dirty. Is he anywhere near anybody? He's nowhere near anybody. Bram is P6 there and he's catching. He's 2 seconds back. Beauty has DNF'd again. Most DNFs in a race goes to Beauty. New world record there. And you maybe miss Andrade versus Feimster. Andrade's doing Feimster into Ascari. Or they might have been side by side, and Andrade took him back. But now, coming over the line, here we go. To win the Grand Prix at Monza, Lowy once again takes a masterclass victory. Another 25 points, another 26 points in fact in the bag. Second place will be Jens Batesma, still waiting on that last follow to get the 5 times replay. It's side by side over the line, but between Andrade and Feimster, it's 600th. There it is! Yellow Frogman saves the day. Lipsy's stopped on track. That's at Ascari. He hasn't finished the race yet. Is Paulson going to come anywhere near? No, he's not. Denoyer comes home to finish third. Coming back is going to be another 25 seconds. We're going to get a 5 times replay of Paulson. Pure Paulson while I do the interviews. Beauty's still coming up as a DNF, but I don't know where he is. Is he still on track on the track map? He's apparently stopped just before Parabolica. That's where his internet died again, but he might come back on track. There's quite a few illegal DOSs to look at, which we might come to a little bit later on. Lips is just disconnected. He finishes P12. There's a few crashes going on in the background, but that doesn't matter because the race is over. So Lowy first, Batesman second, then Denoyer, Backer, Dirty, Brambo, Smith will finish P7. Or what could have been. He was leading for the first few laps of this race. Ronaldo Ido finishes P8 with a good finish to his race. Then Andrade finds to Fern. Lipsy Paulson finishes P13 in the end. He passed, and then Lanton finishes 14th. Novak 15th. Beauty will actually finish 16th. He didn't actually finish the race. That's not Beauty coming across the line now. Beauty counts the DNF on our servers, apparently. That is going to suck for Beauty. Roman Nesh will finish 17th. Contreras 18th. And Speedyman finishes P19. Wait, what did happen to Speedyman? I know he spun, but was that Brambo? Dutch internet didn't fail Speedyman that badly. But that is the end of the race today. And I'm going to end the stream. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Wow. That was quite the race. Who are we going to bring in for an interview, I wonder? Who wants to come in for an interview? Let's see. Right, while they do that, I'm going to get the replay up, I think. That was one of the most exciting races I have commentated on in AF1 so far. That was really good. I don't think we're going to get a Paulson interview because I don't think he's in the. No, he's not in the voice. Well, he's muted in the voice chat, so maybe not. But let's try and get up the replay while that happens. Media, and then here it is. I love how Miguel is asking for the results of the race. If you'd watched the stream, he would know. So while the replay loads, let's just see. Anybody wanting to do a replay, an interview? Let's bring in Loey, I think. Let's bring in Loey, the race winner. Hello, Loey. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello. Good to hear from you. Um, what happened? Because
Well,
I once again, it's like the second race in a row we've seen you pit. Well, we didn't see you pit, basically.
I just did the reverse one stop. I pit in 28 in lap
28. Okay,
28.
so we didn't miss you by much because we looked at 29. I had someone in the chat say that the race has Loey pitted yet, um, and all of a sudden I looked to see no, he hasn't pitted yet. Oh wait, he has. He's still out in the lead. I just assumed because you were so far, you weren't far enough ahead. I don't think. Um, at one
Yeah,
point to make the undercut work.
I was because Jens got stuck with Denoya. They kept on battling. I saw it on the Delta, and that they couldn't get enough of a gap to me on the prime stand, on the option stand, and then on the low fuel primes are really good. They're like just a couple of tenths slower than fresh options with the same amount of fuel. So could build a gap there, and it was enough to stay ahead. I didn't. I thought it would be closer, but I was still ahead by 5 seconds after I came out of the pits.
I think we were all expecting to be closer, and we were kind of. I was kind of expecting it to be just Jens and SVE Andrea again at the front of the pack after you'd done your stop. But I don't know how you managed to pull it. Well, I mean, you've already said you had the low fuel primes. I'm surprised not many people have seen that yet. Like that maybe that's an insight that people could see to make things a bit more interesting and a bit more challenging for you later on in the season.
Well, it was the specialty of this track, to be honest. Like usually the options are like a second at least quicker, but here in Monza, like on the long runs, they just give they're just like 3 tenths slower. The primes. So it's part of the track, I think.
What do you think of your championship challenges this year? Not so much about whether you're going to win or not, because let's face it, you probably are. But it's a lot closer at this stage in the season than it normally
Yeah.
is. It's about
Jens Jens is really quick.
yeah,
Like you
he's
saw
really pulled it
in
together this
qualifying
season.
again.
It's about
You,
was it 15 points now, something
I
like that?
should
Maybe less than that.
I think I had 8. Yeah, it should be 15. Had an 8 point lead. Now 7. I scored 7 more than him
I don't
because
think
he
you've ever
got.
had such a championship battle since maybe AF3 season one and the T-pose.
Uh,
That was quite close. So that was actually decided on the last race. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I skipped a lot of races there.
And I thank you for that. Because of that, I got my first win at Townsville. Um,
Yeah, Jens is really, really quick. I mean, you saw it in qualifying. He beat me
yeah,
on to pole.
yeah, that was really fun to watch. Just to watch Jens take it by like 800ths of a second. It's brilliant. And what was I going to say? Yeah, it's not just you and Jens though. There's been some
Yes,
good showings from a lot of other people. Maybe like 8 other people in at least one round. We saw
yeah,
Fern this time and Feimster last time.
yeah, and Denoya is always really quick on his option stint. He always falls off really hard on the primes, I think, or I feel like. And that's a pity, but on option, he's really there on pace. I mean, you saw on the first race of the season in Melbourne, he was there on his first stint, and he just kept on spinning. That's why he finished so low.
Yeah, yeah. And we saw it again at Nürburgring as well. It was just really fast, and then later on in the race, it just drops off because he just can't do it on the prime tires.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. I've in the background of this interview, I said in the chat if 3 people follow, I'll just show a replay of Paulson's replay on 5 times speed, and they delivered. So we've had Paulson going around at 5 times speed in the background of that for for the banter, for the memes,
Just for the lulz.
and he's just had a spin. So thank you, Loey, for joining us, and keep it up, I suppose.
Yeah, thank you. See you later.
See you later. Who should we bring in next? Oh, I've just had word from Colin Backett. He said that Brambo and Speedy Man both did not use the option tyres in the race. So they'll be maybe under threat of disqualification. That's a bit of drama. Driver of the day, yes. Driver of the day goes to... I don't even know why I'm questioning it. It's Paulson with 7 votes. I mean, yeah. I don't even think Crab understands the amount of fans he has, but it's good to see. It's good to see. Needs an interview with Crab. Okay, let's see if we can bring Crab in, shall we? Hello, Crab. You've got quite the following.
Oh no.
Everybody has been desperate to watch you on the stream, and it's got to the point now, as we just... I'll explain. We had a bit of a request to watch your replay back after the race. So I said if we had 3 new followers before the end of the race, I'd show the replay. And if you look at the stream, we're actually doing that. At 5 times speed, we're watching you in the background. Because you've really got quite the following. You got Driver of the Day as well with 7 votes.
Oh, that was such a bad race for me, though.
It really pulled together in the end, though. You got quite lucky with a few, and in fact, there's a couple of. You might gain 1 more position, because I'm hearing word that Brambo and Speedy Man both didn't use the option tyre in the race. So there's more points for you. So potentially P12, which is a brilliant result. Despite
that makes it a bit better.
Yeah, it's a good result despite the issues. And we're just watching the replay now. You just had a spin with, I think that's Lipsy you just hit there.
Yeah, apparently his screen froze and he couldn't
okay,
stop
yeah, I'm hearing in the chat about Lipsy having some issues as well. But that's a few. Yeah, not the cleanest race for you, but you pulled it off with the results at the end, and hopefully, the stewards will. He's just spun again there. Just hopefully the results, the stewards will go in your favour. Anything you want to say to your fans before I send you back?
I don't know who these people are, but thank you. I appreciate the following.
Your God has spoken, people. Thank you, Crab, for joining us. And hopefully you can keep the support up as well. And hopefully that'll bring you some better results.
Thank you. I'll see you next race.
See ya. How long we got left in this replay, I wonder? How much time do I... Oh, God. Oh, still got 40 minutes left in this replay. Oh. Okay. Who can we bring in next? Should we get Lipsy in? Yeah, let's get Lipsy in. Hello, Lipsy. How did the race go?
Did you read the chat?
Yeah, I read the chat. Yeah, I heard what happened about the screen freezes. That's terrible.
Yeah, I think I wasn't the only one as well. I don't know what caused it. I had 30 FPS on average, 34.
It's kind of strange because we were running the Kunos Monza as well, not even the OSRW Monza.
Yeah, it ran better on the OSRW one.
But you did get a couple of extra bonuses because, as just been confirmed in the AF1 chat, Speedy Man and Brambo are both getting disqualified.
Oh, why is that?
Neither of them used the option tyre in the race. They both went prime to the end of the race. It's a good job from them.
Almost P10 then.
Yeah, so you're on the low reach of the top 10. I think Speedy Man ended up dropping to the back of the field. I think he had some sort of incident at the end of the race. Maybe a huge crash at turn 1, I think it was. But yeah, you had a stunning qualifying. Was it the screen freeze that caused an incident in lap 1?
I had 3 in lap 1 actually. I don't know if you saw it on stream, but I went straight in the Lesmos, which
I think I saw that one. At least one of them we saw, definitely.
Yeah, I had a screen freeze and then I just steered to the left, tried to not hit anyone. And then later in Ascari and on the back straight as well. Properly annoying, but Yeah, what you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't. Luckily, it didn't cause too many issues. I think we're just watching a replay of Paulson. I think we've just seen him go past you when you went across
I
turn one.
killed Paulson once. I'm sorry,
I
so.
think I've seen that, or we're either about to see it or we have already seen it on the replay because you're around Paulson now and just seeing him in the mirrors. If you want to watch the stream, because
Yeah, I had a screen freeze there as well, by the way.
yeah,
I just went on the brakes and hoped that I didn't hit him, but then I did.
yeah.
Should have just quit. I was a risk to others as well.
I mean, you weren't that bad to be fair because you finished the race and I can't imagine you got a lot of shouting over
Yeah.
the chat to say get out. What is this guy still doing here?
No, I had also good pace, I believe, but I don't know.
I mean, you
Too
don't.
many screen freezes.
I think that was another one.
For no reason.
Okay. Yeah, because you did have good qualifying pace. You
I
definitely
was actually only 2/10 of the fastest lap.
Oh, really? Wow. I only get to see who gets the
3/10.
fastest lap, which was obviously Lowy.
Lowy, yeah.
Yeah,
He
with a
did a 37.5 and I did a 37.8.
Nice.
So I had a really, really good pace actually, but what you gonna do?
Yeah. Better luck next time, maybe with a better computer. Time to invest, I think.
No. I didn't have I don't know what caused the problems. Maybe the live race direct thing, I don't know.
I doubt it. I
Yeah,
honestly
but
don't
didn't
know, to be
have
honest, but
problems in practice. And then once qualifying started, my FPS dropped to like 45. And then race was just complete death.
yeah. Well, next week's Istanbul, and I mean, you've had a good run in qualifying, certainly for the last 3 races. So maybe next race will be.
I could have
Pull it
been
together in
even
the race.
faster. I could have been P3, but I screwed my last lap.
Yeah, quickly turning from Nico Hulkenberg to George Russell.
Yeah,
So
whatever.
Let's get that changed back soon. Thank you for joining us, Lipsy. I'll send you back now.
Thank you.
To answer SVE's question, firstly, yes, it was what we were watching for most of the race, the battle between you and Jens. And to answer Fern's question, a little bit. And I'm not Justin Bieber. You suck. And can I ban you, please? Oh boy. Anyway, that will probably do us for today. Yeah, I'm going to cut this short, I think. We've done 50. I can't go any faster unless I cheekily do. Oh, look, he's going super speed. Your god is going super speed. There we go. Oh, has he gone across the grass a minute ago? No, didn't see it. Super speed. This isn't cheating. I want a drink. Just end this. The next round of AF1 will be at Istanbul, as I said a minute ago. That's next Sunday at the same time as this one, 5 PM UK time, 5 PM GMT. We've also got AF3 back for round 2. That's at Road Atlanta. That's next Friday, starting from the stream should start around about 6 PM with our new 2-race format. As we see Paulson going across the line there. There you go. You saw the whole race of Paulson. AF4 is back for round 3 next Saturday. That is at, I believe, 4 PM. Thank you to the race fan for following us. That's at Sentul, which should be another different track for people to try. Takuma is already failing November at the knowledge that he's racing at Sentul, with maybe a shot at the title. Maybe. Next time out at Sentul. I'd love to sort of go into the driver's chat when the race finishes. If Takuma wins the title there, and just hear him screaming and crying, it'd be brilliant to see. But for now, that's it from me. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe to us on Twitch if you can. We'd appreciate all of your support. Join us on Discord, certainly, to find out some of our. We just had weekly races with the 97 Williams around Adelaide. That was amazing. So much fun, and we've got some more amazing weekly events coming up every Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m. GMT. Would love as many people as possible to join us for those. So join us on Discord for that, and to join our new any new leagues that come up soon. Maybe some special events coming up soon as well. We're approaching 1,000 members. We're just about to reach 850. We're hoping for 1,000 members by Christmas. If we can get that going, that would be amazing. Discord link is in the chat now. Subscribe to us on YouTube for full race replays and highlights, quality comparisons, and teasers for new leagues. We also have an Instagram page. Follow us on there as well, but I don't know how that works. But the most important thing is Discord. Join us on Discord. And until next time, I've been Josh Brooks. Thank you very much for joining us, all 26 of you that stayed to the end. Really appreciate it. It's been amazing support for today.